This is the ball joint mod again. The final details that are really kind of the arms figured out, the upper arms figured out, the lower arms figured out basically. And the part that's really kind of hanging me up here is I'm trying to use this setup for stock ride height and also run it with a straight, unbent upper control arm, and that way it can be lowered, you know, slammed, that kind of thing. So the parts I'm having trouble with here is the sway bar mount and the tie rod ends. These adjustable tie rod ends came off a 4x4 720 hard body, something like that, and they had enough adjustment to be able to shorten up nicely. The problem is that when the arms together and everything like that, and I go to bring it down, this tie rod, the end here is binding up. So I'm not quite sure. It's either binding there or at the other end. Because then when you try to turn it and stuff like that, it gives you some grief too. Yeah, it just bends them right over. Oh, nice. Now I'm hitting the... yeah, those are hitting. So I can make that a little longer, but then the challenge I'm running into, I might have to have two different heights of mounts, because then when this goes back to center and it's up at normal ride height, clearance is fine. Then when you get all the way up here and slammed, I don't have a bump stop in here right now so I can get it all the way up, slammed right down in here, it would end up hitting metal. Okay, what I'm hitting right now is the sway bar mount on this bolt. So I think the fix for that might be to cut that off so that bolt goes in further, because what's happening is even if I pull this over, okay, the swing of the arm is pulling it back in. Now that might be negated if I had both sides on at the same time. I don't know for sure. So but that's what I'm running into. I'm running into grief there, and I think I'm going to have to go ahead and make a straight arm to be able to test in the dropped position. So that's kind of where it's sitting. That's what's hanging me up, is this stuff, and that's what's been hanging me up for months now, basically, is mentally trying to figure out how to do this. You know, because I got the rest of it done, got the major parts done. It's the devil's in the details, they say, and it's those little details that are causing all the grief. Now I'm going to shoot this, and we'll see whether it shows up or not, but you can see how that's loose right now. This is what I'm talking about with it binding up on the tie rod ends, okay? I double checked that, basically take the bolts out, had the tie rod off, put it down on the bump stop here, and I can still twist the ball joint more to a more acute angle, okay? So I know I still have some travel left there. I did the same thing when I took it up. I was able to twist it some more. So I'm right in the sweet spot with the angle on the arm here and that stuff. What's happening here is right down here at the tie rod end, I'm binding up, okay? So I'm loose there. Now if I turn this, it's lifting it up even further. And I've got the sway bar mount cleared here. Oh man, it just dawned on me that one of my solutions for the extreme angle when it comes up here would have been to move that out. But if I move that out, it's going to be in the way of that bolt when it turns. So it's not actually touching right now. It's actually hitting the steering stop. So sway bar mounts. Might have to find something a little bit more drastic. So you know, not that I plan on including that stuff, but I at least need to figure it out and you know, have a list or whatever of what it's going to take to make this work. You know, basically, I'm looking to make the the arms, the upper and lower arms, and that stuff, and you know, the spacers in here. you know, for those bolts and that stuff. The stuff that has to be machined, you know. So if something has to be machined to make this part, then, you know, I'll do that too. But man, anyway, okay. So why does this thing? Oh, no, it's not the lower ball joint. Oh, actually, well, if I take this off, that'll tell me whether it's the okay, so now just see how that dropped down? That actually dropped all the way down, no problem there. And it looks like I still have some wiggle left in the ball joint down there, lower one I should. And when it comes all the way over, it doesn't lift up. So I'm lifting up because of the one inside here. The outer one, you know, when it's out here and down, it's at its limit. But when you turn it in, this other one gets a sharper angle, and that one messes up even more. So I got to figure out something with the tie rod ends. And this way and then maybe I can move forward with this thing. So, oh, and I don't think I showed this. Let's put this back on here real quick. The other thing with it going all the way up was, where did I have problems with that? There we go. So that's down on the bump stop there. Man, that's close. Okay, that's down. Yep, it hit. Okay, so that's going to have to be that's going to have to be just a little bit longer.